What if a nuclear war started? Sirens scream. The sky glows with a light brighter than 1,000 suns. People on the street freeze, their faces turned upward in disbelief. In the next 10 minutes, everything you know changes forever. This isn't science fiction. This is a journey into the heart of a question we have all secretly asked. What would happen if the world's nuclear powers went to war? Today, we're going to explore the terrifying reality, minute by minute, hour by hour. We'll look at the initial launches, the first devastating hours, and the grim days that follow. We'll see how nations react, what happens to our planet, and face the ultimate question: could humanity even survive? This is the story of the end of the world, and perhaps, the beginning of something new. In the first seconds after launch, deep within military command centers, red lights flash and alarms blare. Satellites have detected the unmistakable heat signatures of multiple missile launches. The world holds its breath. Before most people even know what's happening, emergency broadcast systems hijack every screen. A cold, automated voice announces the unthinkable. Panic erupts. As the first warheads re-enter the atmosphere, they detonate high above major cities, unleashing a silent, invisible wave, an electromagnetic pulse. The power grid collapses. Lights flicker and die. Cars coast to a stop. Planes fall from the sky. Communication is severed. In an instant, the modern world is plunged into darkness and chaos. Then, the first real detonations hit their targets. Cities are vaporized in blinding flashes of light, leaving behind nothing but craters and shadows burned into the pavement. Within the first hour, the nightmare escalates. The initial attack triggers a deadly chain reaction. Believing they are under a full-scale assault, other nuclear-armed nations launch their own arsenals in retaliation. Hundreds, then thousands, of missiles crisscross the globe. The sky becomes a terrifying web of fiery trails. On the ground, anyone who survived the initial blast scrambles for shelter. Subways, basements, and official fallout shelters become desperate refuges. World leaders are whisked away to hardened underground bunkers, disappearing from the public eye. Beyond the blast zones, massive firestorms rage, consuming entire cities and sucking the oxygen out of the air. Shockwaves flatten buildings for miles around, and deadly radioactive fallout begins to rain down, silent and invisible. The first hour isn't just destruction, it's the complete breakdown of civilization as we know it. In the days that follow, a horrifying new reality sets in. The immense smoke and soot from burning cities rise into the atmosphere, creating a thick, dark shroud that begins to envelop the planet. Sunlight struggles to break through, casting the world in a permanent, eerie twilight. This is the beginning of a nuclear winter. With no electricity, no internet, and no phones, the world is silent. Clean water is scarce. Supermarket shelves are bare. The desperate search for food and safety begins. Those exposed to the fallout start showing the terrifying symptoms of radiation sickness. The lucky ones are those who died instantly. For the survivors, every day is a battle against an invisible poison, against starvation, and against each other. Some governments collapse entirely, while the few remaining leaders in their bunkers attempt to negotiate a ceasefire in a world that is already lost. The long-term effects are even more chilling. The nuclear winter intensifies. Global temperatures plummet, even in the summer. Sunlight, vital for life, is blocked for years. Crops fail worldwide, leading to mass famine on a scale never before seen. The intricate web of global trade and economy has vanished. Nations no longer exist. Only scattered pockets of survivors fighting for dwindling resources. It's estimated that billions would perish in the first few months, not from the blasts, but from the starvation and disease that follow. Humanity is pushed to the very brink of extinction. Humanity has created the power to destroy itself, a power that, once unleashed, can never be taken back. But we also possess the power to choose cooperation over conflict, to choose hope over fear. The future is not yet written. It's a choice we make every single day. So, what would you do in those first 5 minutes? Think about it. Thanks for watching.